report on Bobrisky leaked voice note. In a story that has captured national attention, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has investigated bribery allegations against some officers. Shared by social media influencer Martin Otise, popularly known as Very Dark Man (VDM). According to a statement from the EFCC spokesman Dele Oyewale, the Anti-Graft Agency's chairman Ola Olukoyede has ordered an immediate probe into claims that certain EFCC officers accepted a 15 million naira bribe to drop money laundering charges against Bobrisky. These allegations came to light through a leaked audio recording.
We had to beg them that, okay, if they want to remove the money laundering, how much would they collect?
Bobrisky, who recently completed a 6-month prison sentence for naira abuse, made the startling claim about the bribe. The Anti-Graft Agency has invited Bobrisky and Very Dark Man to its Lagos directorate to assist with the inquiry. However, in a video posted on his Instagram, Very Dark Man expressed reluctance to honor this invitation, citing concerns about potential setup. He stated, "You are asking me to come to Lagos when the EFCC headquarters is in Abuja. It doesn't make sense." The controversy has expanded beyond the initial allegations, drawing in prominent figures from Nigeria's legal community. Folarin Falana, known professionally as Falz, and his father, renowned human rights lawyer Femi Falana, were also mentioned in Bobrisky's leaked audio. Falz strongly denied involvement and issued a 24-hour ultimatum to Very Dark Man to retract what he terms defamatory statements or face legal action. In response to this legal threat, Very Dark Man's lawyer, Deji Adeyanju, said his client did not intend to defame the Falanas. The statement obtained by Premium Times read in part, "Our client denies defaming Mr. Femi Falana San, a renowned senior advocate of Nigeria and globally recognized human rights activist, but asserts that he only published the said communication to get the relevant agencies to initiate a thorough investigation."
So first reached out to me, his father spoke to me, his father said, "We can apply for pardon."
Okay.
That pardon, the president, because you know it's...
Wait, Falz the bad guy. I can't even believe this. Falz the bad guy contacted Bobrisky, and Femi Falana contacted his father, and his father, Femi Falana, spoke to Bobrisky in order to divert justice. And this same Falz, if this story is true, this same Falz, we have the audacity to come out and say he's fighting against the government for oppression. That he wants justice, he wants Nigeria to be better. So that like this, you dey carry yourself.
The Nigerian Bar Association has weighed in on the matter. NBA President Afam Osigwe, in a statement on his X handle, commended the EFCC's prompt response and called for a thorough investigation. Osigwe emphasized the need to determine whether bribes were paid to influence the nature of charges brought against defendants in criminal cases and the importance of maintaining public trust in the justice system, and called for a thorough and transparent inquiry. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives have also taken notice of the situation, and the scandal has reached the halls of government. As reported by NaijaNews, the House of Representatives has launched its investigation into the bribery allegation against the EFCC and the Nigerian Correctional Service. Representative Patrick Umo, who sponsored the motion, expressed concern over the potential damage to Nigeria's international reputation. Adding another layer to this situation, the Minister of Interior, Tunji Ojo, has directed a comprehensive investigation into allegations of corruption within Nigeria Correctional Service. This comes in response to claim that Bobrisky may have served his sentence in a private apartment rather than a correctional facility. In a statement signed by his media aide, Babatunde Alao, Minister Tunji Ojo condemned the alleged behavior, emphasizing that any form of indiscipline, unprofessionalism, and corruption will face severe consequences. This is a developing story, and we will continue to provide updates as more information becomes available. For now, all eyes remain on the EFCC, the Nigerian Correctional Service, and the various government bodies involved in this ongoing investigation, as the outcome could have far-reaching implications for public trust in these institutions.